Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the historical circumstances that led to Lord Macaulay's famous Minute on Indian Education in 1835. This decision, which significantly influenced the future of education in India, was the result of a complex mix of debates, political pressures, and ideological shifts. Stick around as we explore the roots and repercussions of this critical moment in history. Let's begin by setting the scene in early 19th century India, which was under the control of the British East India Company. At this time, education was predominantly based on traditional systems that had been in place for centuries. Sanskrit and Arabic were the languages of scholarship and religion, deeply ingrained in Indian society. These languages formed the backbone of the educational system, with students learning texts and scriptures that had been passed down through generations. However, as the British expanded their influence, a significant debate emerged regarding the direction of education in India. This debate would eventually lead to a pivotal shift, with lasting effects on the country's educational landscape. Within British India, two prominent factions emerged, each with a distinct vision for the future of education in the colony. These were the Anglicists and the Orientalists. The Orientalists. This group, composed of scholars such as H.T. Colebrook, advocated for the preservation and promotion of traditional Indian knowledge systems. They believed that Indian languages and educational practices were valuable and should be maintained. The Orientalists argued that these systems were integral to Indian culture and that they provided a foundation for the country's intellectual heritage. The Anglicists. On the other side of the debate were the Anglicists, a group that included Lord Macaulay. They argued for the superiority of Western knowledge and culture, particularly the English language. The Anglicists believed that replacing traditional Indian education with English-based instruction was necessary to bring India in line with British values and modernity. They saw English as the key to unlocking the vast resources of Western science, history, and philosophy. This debate was not just academic. It had real implications for how education would be structured and who would have access to knowledge in British India. The debate over education in India didn't occur in isolation. It was heavily influenced by broader political developments and pressures from various groups in Britain. In 1833, the East India Company's charter was up for renewal. This was a significant moment, as the British Parliament had to decide on the future of British governance in India, including its approach to education. This debate provided an opportunity for various factions to push their agendas. Another factor was the pressure from evangelical groups in Britain. These groups were keen on promoting Christianity in India and saw English education as a means to spread Christian ideas and values. For them, teaching English wasn't just about modernizing India, it was about saving souls. Influential utilitarian thinkers like James Mill, who had the ear of the British government, also played a role. They emphasized the practical benefits of English education, arguing that it would create a class of Indians who could serve the British administration and contribute to economic development. In their view, education in English was a way to ensure that India would be governed more efficiently. Lord Macaulay, who served as a legal advisor to the Board of Control, which supervised the East India Company, played a crucial role in shaping the educational policy. His Minute on Indian Education, presented in 1835, was a forceful argument for the adoption of English as the medium of instruction. In his Minute, Macaulay argued that Western knowledge was far superior to what was available in Indian languages. He claimed that a single shelf of a good European library was worth the whole native literature of India and Arabia. Macaulay believed that English education would not only modernize India, but also make Indians more useful to the British administration. He saw the teaching of English as a way to create a class of people who were Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, opinions, and intellect. Macaulay's vision was clear: a centralized education system that prioritized English and Western subjects would be far more efficient than maintaining a diverse system that supported various Indian languages. Macaulay's arguments were persuasive, and they resonated with the British government. In response, Parliament passed the English Education Act of 1835, which marked a turning point in the history of Indian education. The act prioritized the teaching of Western subjects through English in government-funded schools and colleges across India. This decision laid the foundation for the English-dominated education system that would shape India for generations to come. The introduction of English as the medium of instruction had profound and lasting impacts on Indian society. On one hand, it opened up opportunities for Indians to engage with Western knowledge, participate in the British administration, and access global markets. On the other hand, it led to the erosion of traditional Indian education systems and languages, sparking debates that continue to this day about cultural preservation and the role of local languages in education. Lord Macaulay's Minute on Indian Education was the result of a complex interplay of ideological debates, political pressures, and perceived utilitarian benefits. While the English Education Act of 1835 had a transformative impact on India, its legacy remains contested. The debate over the importance of local languages versus English continues to influence discussions on education policy in India. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history. Let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like us to explore. See you next time.